What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Today, I have an update for y'all. It's a Bitcoin update, and as you guys are aware from the last month's update, I pretty much was wrong. But I actually want to preface this video like I usually do on why I thought this would be an expanded flat, or some people will call it an extended flat. And it's okay because for those who have been with me since July of 21, you guys already know that we've been on the right track. And we saw confirmation plenty of times for BTC, as I was obviously, on this thread as well. And then later on, as time progressed, we started seeing subdivision. This became clear to be a flat. And that's kind of what I'm, getting at here, guys, with these types of threads. And I try to make it as educational as possible. I really don't need to post these threads, but I do it because, one, for documentation purposes, and for anybody else that is looking or wants to learn, or, also like, I can connect with other traders, get different ideas. But nonetheless, like from July, like this is here, of 21 all the way to getting it mapped out to exactly what I thought. Because initially thought it was a triangle, but it wasn't because of the time. Time confirms that a B wave can't be longer than an A wave if it's going to be a triangle, right? And so, you know, as I progressed, we started seeing this play out. And, literally every single month we've been on the money, even on the certain zones that I've marked, right? These little gray boxes, I don't really give away too much on what it is, but these are zones where you can technically long, right? But I don't really say it because everyone has their own risk management. I don't know, want to go too much into where you want to long, but you can see right here, literally, we wick off that area, get a bounce off of that. And again, another area marked out right there was 32K. And then off that 32K, we had a nice bounce. So every single time that I was taking a position, I was, doing fairly well for myself. And, every single month we just looked at the data, tried to give in the best information possible at that moment. And of course, tried to, play it out. And of course, we expected this dead cat bounce off the lows here. And we did get a bounce, but it just didn't go up to as much as we would like. Because you see right here, we go up to this 48K region, but we got the bounce, but we didn't get the bounce up to where I expected, which again, it is what it is. But nonetheless, just these areas and all this confluence and all the bounces that took place and just being on top of it for so long, literally almost a whole year of straight precision on Twitter live for you guys. It's just something that I don't know. I don't see it anywhere else. And, I'm not going to get too happy right now either, right? I'm not going to get full of myself because at the end of the day, we're not always going to be right. We're not always going to be wrong. But what we got to do is just be consistent, try to give logic and reason behind every single idea that we provide. And, in the last update and also in the last month's video, I expected this to hold, but clearly we didn't hold as much, and I didn't expect this retracement to be as deep, right, going down into here. And I'm sure there's probably other people, other Elliot waivers that are gonna probably try to say this is expanded, but from a time standpoint, it is possible, but I'm not gonna entertain the idea anymore because it is extremely unlikely. The RSI does not look like it's healthy right now. I mean, there are other possibilities that can play out, and so for the sake of these videos moving forward, I'm probably gonna either do daily updates just to give an idea, and then once I have a clear macro understanding of what BTC looks like I did in July or mid-September, then I'm gonna go back to that because that's where I had a really good grip of the market and what was happening. But again, right here, this is pretty much where this thread essentially is finishing because we were completely wrong. And for the sake of complexity, I don't want to go into how I would subdivide this count or whether this was an X wave, if it was a failure wave, and this was a running flat. I'm just gonna wait until this all clears up because it's gonna be really complicated to keep up with it, and nobody wants to see all that trash, right? Because it's gonna be a lot of predicting or forecasting, but not much evidence behind these moves just yet. So we're just gonna take it day by day, and just see what happens. I mean, that's exactly what I did in early July, right? Or I'm sorry, late July, and it led me all the way to essentially May 26th of 2022, right? So we're just gonna take it day by day and look at the data. And right now, to give you guys an update on what I think is happening with BTC is literally just chill the fuck out. I don't have a clear picture of what's gonna happen with the market. I don't know what it looks like. We just broke past previous all-time highs, which never ever happened before in Bitcoin history. But depending on who you speak to, everybody looks at these markets differently, right? Because, right, some people will tell you that, Bitcoin has crossed past previous all-time highs, and then some people will tell you that it hasn't. So there's a lot of, opinions on that. And for the sake of that, I don't want to get into it because, I want to just focus on the macro at this moment. And maybe I'll make a video another time on how cycles are defined. They're usually defined by their halvening cycles. And that's why there's a lot of missing information over here to the left. And there should have been more because of the halvening that took place for every 4 years, basically. And so we didn't see that. And now we're just waiting to see how this plays out. And there's a lot of people that are sharing charts, and I'm sure that I have one as well, saying that this is all one big 5-wave count, right? And personally, I don't have a clear way of subdividing this 5 waves, because when you try to subdivide these 5 waves, there's a time error. There's some waves that are greater than other waves corrections, the degrees don't line up from a time element. So I don't have a confident answer on how these 5 waves look. But if this was one finished 5 waves, and this would essentially mean that we're going to retrace pretty deep. And I don't know what those targets look like. I'll be lying to you if I told you, we're going to, 1,000 or 2,000. I don't really have those kind of predictions at this moment. But what I am going to do moving forward with this is give you guys zones that I trade usually. And that has been the most successful for me when I'm swinging especially. So, for the time being, there's not that many zones that are very clear and apparent at this current moment. So I'm just going to be patient. And, recently, if you guys looked at what I shared on my personal Twitter account, again, it was about ETH. And literally, guys, I was saying that ETH is probably going to get a run here. And next moment, I was like, this was what? June. This is 2:31 p.m. and then 8 hours later, or actually 10 hours later almost, the RSI started looking weak, and I just noticed that this was looking bad. And then next thing you know, we get a 3-digit ETH. And that's basically what trading is, guys. You just kind of got to pay attention, look at the data. If things change, don't get married to your bias, and that's pretty much what's happening. And so I'm just uploading this video because I don't have a real projection of what's going to happen next. And I will be changing the style of how I do my videos moving forward. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for sticking along. If you guys have not already liked and subbed, please do so. It's really appreciated. It helps the algorithm. I'm going to be posting daily videos moving forward, or I will be trying my best to soon on BTC. So look out for that and other alts. So yeah, please, again, like and sub if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody that has been following along. It goes a long way, and I really just want to say thank you guys so much. There's so much more to be done, guys. There's so much more to learn, and there's so much more growth. And this market has literally changed my life. So do not give up, guys. I kid you not. This is the best opportunity to be in when these assets are falling just the way they are. There's a lot of opportunity. And I've also, guys, if you guys are not on my website already, and if you guys look at my bio, I have it right here. I started writing about certain alts. Take a look at them. I've marked up some zones on those, alts that I've written about. So yeah, thank you guys again. Feel free to message me if you have any questions, leave a comment, anything. Thank you guys again. And as always, not right now, but haro. Peace.